This is fun. How are you guys doing today? Good morning, good night, wherever you guys are at, checking in, making sure that you guys are good. Make sure to end up hitting that like, subscribe. Let's jump in and let's end up knowing. I'm going to tell you guys something very funny, and we guys hope that you guys like this. We are trying to get other things going. The merch is still being like worked on slowly, step by step. So who's here? Who's here? Uh, Leave a comment below the screen. Tell me where you guys are visiting from. If you guys already know where I'm at, then cool. Good luck. Talk to you guys soon. All right. I just want to end up starting a chat. You know what's good? All right. Let's see what happens. I know a lot of people ain't going to see it, but at least I can crop it and go. All right. So who ends up believing in Bigfoot, right? This is a little stupid, a little weird, a little bit awkward. They end up having a science fiction thing that ended up going through. I've obviously been on the phone with my homies, my friends, and whatever, my boys, just trying to end up getting information out there, right? I don't believe in Bigfoot because it's no such thing. I mean, there's always going to be the believers. Who believes that there's such thing as Nessie out there? I don't believe it either. That was another thing I talked about a long time ago. I told my teacher I did, but it was all kind of a hit and miss because I didn't really know. And I was that 15-year-old kid, so what am I supposed to do? All right. So if you guys are new here, welcome in. Like I said, if you guys believe in Bigfoot, if you guys believe in Nessie, that's cool. Who likes dogs and cats? Which one would you prefer? A dog to end up sleeping with or a cat? Cats are going to be a little bit more vicious, and they're going to have more claws, and they're going to probably want to rip your face off. And depending on the dog may want to love you or sleep in a corner, and it's going to happen, right? If you're a cat person, good. If you guys are a dog person, cool. It's totally up to you. Who believes in Bigfoot? I don't believe anyone does, but there's are going to be a lot of challenges out there. Who believes that you have a best friend out there that actually supports you? Everyone does. Raise your hand if you do, or say I, or leave it in the comments. I'm going to end up dropping it right after the video if you guys believe in Bigfoot or Nessie or cats or dogs. Which one do you like? Which one? Just be looking for different videos out through the week. It's obviously very close to Sunday morning or Saturday. It's still Saturday at this point. Saturday night at 10:42, 10:20, whatever. I can't really visually tell you what the time is because it's just a clock to me. What's one thing that you guys have changed in your life to actually end up motivating one thing? One thing that can actually help is by going to the gym, by speaking to your family appropriately, healthy, not speaking with cursing words, knowing that once you end up doing that, they're either going to curse you out or they're going to leave the room, right? Okay? My family ends up leaving the room and I go crazy. They just tell me to come home, and then I end up making a video about why I went crazy. You guys understand what happened back in, all year has kind of shifted, and I could have made more videos, but I kind of fell apart, and I didn't want people to see who I was as I was falling apart. Who believes that you have a girlfriend or a guy, a boyfriend that you end up loving? Raise your hand if you do. If you don't, it's okay. You don't need to raise your hand. I'm just doing it to kind of show you what it means. Who believes that Justin Bieber is doing very good or having a very dark past kind of hidden? Everybody should be raising their hands, and I'll leave all these different questions in the comments below the screen because I know exactly people are going to be hitting me up all night and wondering what I did, or all morning or all week asking me why I'm asking all these questions. Well, part of the program that I've been recently dealing with and and not even dealing with a single thing, how much stress do you actually have on your body? It's a good question to start with. How many girls would you prefer to be with? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's kind of up in the air, but it should be one wife and one guy. That should be single. That's it. But if you stay single, it's up to you. I'm still going to be around for you. Um, how many boys and girls that we end up having here? A lot. How many women do we have? There's going to be a lot of ladies here. A lot of women are going to be beautiful, and we're just going to keep it there. A lot of dudes are going to be attracted to women that are just people. We're all people. Um, how are you guys feeling? At this point, we are already 7 minutes into the video, I think. Um, who thinks that there is somebody in your life that you can truly depend on? Is it your family? Is it your uncles? Is it your aunts? Is it um, people? Is it any family members in the community or a different part of the world that you can trust on the phone? Yes or no? It's fine. Again, I will be dropping a lot of different merch over time. Um, yes, I am doing very wonderful. Thank you for asking. Not a single thing has happened besides changing my heart and surrendering to God, knowing that I need to pray every day. And I pray for people to experience a new thing. And I did say I was going to answer the questions. I know that there are a few questions here and there. Why I'm wearing these gloves, all right? Well, I'm wearing the gloves because I like to be a clean freak, and you know who that is. It's the one that likes to clean and dust and take out laundry, do laundry, and clean your floors and vacuum and doing things. Sometimes I used to do it in the middle of the night and not a single person would hear it. Now, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have any um, the reasons why this is all going on is because I know that I'm not a bad person. A lot of people have been saying that I'm a horrible person. I don't need to end up moving forward. And some people are like, you know what? Don't listen to those people. Um, this is going to sound weird, but there has been a change of heart about things. And by 2027, you guys will know every single detail. And even then, I will probably be so smart that I won't even need to drop another song because I have already gotten 2 years under my belt. So how many people end up liking scary movies? How many people like Christian movies? How many people like romantic movies? Drop them in the comments below the screen if you want to. You're welcome to chat and welcome to join in. If you guys want to talk about certain subjects, we are going to be talking about all sorts of things. The reasons why I am wearing the gloves is because, like I told you, I'm a clean freak. I just want to remind everybody, people, being clean freak doesn't mean that you have to do it every single day, meaning clean. Why are people end up asking me what I'm doing and why I haven't been on social media? Because I have kind of had a broken heart, and you know how friendships are, you know how relationships can be. Um, who who likes watching Freddy Cougar, right? Who likes Chucky? Who likes Fridays, Five Nights at Freddy's? Who likes monkeys? Who likes the zoo? The reasons why I'm kind of going through a little bit of change is because I'm trying to end this series because I should have finished it 2 months ago, but I didn't. Part of it was because I fell into deep depression and fell into trying to throw my whole life into a giant hole. That's where I would have ended up, but then I got told by everybody, family, and I started praying and taking my life seriously. the reasons why you have to take your life seriously is eventually you're going to drop in the bucket that this may be the right time, this may be the bad time. How many people end up liking um, traveling? Who likes to travel to New York City? Who likes to travel to Florida? Who likes to travel to Philadelphia? Philadelphia Eagles are going to end up coming back, and they're going to have a great season. Football is back, so baby, we are back for good. Seasons will be starting in about, I think it already did, or it's going. Let's just look it up right now. Okay, so we ended up having the Kansas and Cardinals. Cardinals won. It is just kind of preseason, so it doesn't really matter much. Um, but the first game is going to be on a Friday, which sounds a little bit weird. Oh, okay. No, wait. Okay, that makes sense. The first game is against the Eagles and Cowboys, and it will be in Philadelphia at on September 4th, which is the exact day that I would be going to my doctor's appointment. But because I had promised my family and my dad that I wouldn't go and get my eyes checked, so it's Eastern time. So in Philadelphia, it'd be 8:20, and sometimes it's all right. They don't usually start till like 6. Okay, it's like 8:30, 8:35, somewhere in that range. They have about 15-minute window before they kick off. And sometimes the games start right on time, and sometimes there's going to be delays, right? The Philadelphia Eagles are going to come out on W1, and they're going to come out. Their first game is against the Cowgirls or Cowboys, however you look at it. And then on the, which is a little weird. I'm not sure why. But let's see. Okay, so the first game is against the Eagles and the Cowboys or Cowgirls, however people are going to do it. I love those cheerleaders in Dallas, and I like all cheerleaders because they're just beautiful. They can be attractive always. The first game is going to be on September 4th. That is a little over 3 weeks to go. We still have preseason games going on. They will be coming. They will be going on all week. Usually it's going to be random days. And then you have the Kansas Chiefs starting on the Friday against the Chargers. And then on Sunday, which it'll be Thursday, Eagles, Cowboys, Friday, Chiefs and Chargers, Sunday, which will go basically, and I think college football starts too. So that's all good there. And then you have the Miami Dolphins against the Colts. Pittsburgh event against Jets, which will be in New York City. It will be in It would be in Indiana for the Colts and Dolphins, which is the Florida team. Then you have Jaguars playing a cat, right? And then you have the Cardinals and Saints will be on September 7th. The reasons why I'm posting this out is because I will be broadcasting a lot of different machinery, and I will be every single game after the game, which would be against the Chiefs, against the Eagles. I will be producing a lot of videos out through the season, and we will end up going a lot. And then you have Giants and Redskins, which will be at 11 o'clock. So a lot of these games from the from Sunday 7th, September 7th, all the way until the Ravens and Bills, which will be a great game, which will be in New York City area. Then you have the Vikings and Bears on September 8th at 6:30 or 6:15, 6:20, however they end up piecing it out. Then you have the Tennessee against the Rams. You got, oh wait, Texas, the Texans against the Rams. You got the Lions and Green Bay. Then you got Tennessee, Denver, which will be in Denver. You have the Rams in Los Angeles. You got the Bears, which will be in Chicago. Then you have the Seattle, which will be in the Seattle. And then you have the Raiders against the Tom Brady's old team, which I can't seem to connect the Pats. The Pats and the Raiders, which is a very good team, it's supposed to be this year. All teams are supposed to be different. Browns and the Bengals are supposed to be at 11 o'clock. So the 11 o'clock ones is the Bengals. The Pats are going to be at 11 o'clock. Then you got Atlanta against Tampa. And that catches you up for the whole first season, or the first week in September, going on that. Then the second week will be the Redskins against the Pats or Green Bay. Then you have on the following, which would be Sunday. So you got a Thursday game, get Redskins and Green Bay, which is going to be a very, very close game. They also end up having a backup quarterback and new kickers and same coaches as always, just like the Cowboys and the Eagles coaches are going to be praising up. Then you have the New York Giants at Cowboys. That will be on September 14th. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Jets, which will be in Pennsylvania. And then you have the Rams against Tennessee. Then you have the Bills against the Jets. That one's always going to be interesting sometimes. You got the Pats and Florida Dolphins will be good, and that is on the 14th at 11 o'clock in the morning. You got the Jags and Bengals. That's on the 14th of September. You got the 49ers and the Saints, which will be in New Orleans, which is another dark town. It's good. You got the Ravens and the Browns. That's on the 14th of September. You got the there's supposed to be new things on the Bears, but there's supposed to be more wide receivers and against the Lions. So that would be in Detroit Lions. Then you have Colts, which will be in Indiana, which is another good dark town, but it's interesting because there's a lot of history there, against the Denver Broncos. Then you have let's see. It's going to be amazing. I don't know why. But you have the Cardinals and, again, the cat. I'm not sure the cat's name at the moment, but everything has changed. So who knows what happens. I'm just going to go through the whole season, and then we will bounce off of here, and then we will jump into a new category, which will be something else. After the Cardinals and the cat team, then you got the rematch of the Super Bowl on September 14th at 2:25, which is Eastern in Kansas. Kansas is going to try to cheat, or they're going to try to break the tame. So it's going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl back in February, which would have been, I do remember the day because it would have been the second. No, that would have been it would have been February 9th at 4:45 p.m. or 6 p.m. No, it would be, 6, because it would be Eastern. You got the rematch on September 14th against the Eagles and Chiefs. That's going to be a very good one. People will start shouting from rooftops knowing that Kansas is going to get beat again. You got the Vikings, which is in Minnesota. Then you have Atlanta going to end up coming back, trying to end up lighting up those fires because they got new quarterbacks, wide receivers. Everybody does, all teams. You got, let's see, the Texans, which is the Houston Texans against the Bengals. No, it would be the Florida team, the other one, the one. Let's see. The old team with Tom Brady on it. I can't remember. And that one is on September 5th. You will end up having exactly 2 games. That game against the can't even really read it. You end up having a new coach and staff there. Then you got the Ravens, the Raiders, and Chargers. That is going to be on September 15th. That one is at 8 p.m., which is going to be 6 o'clock on the West Coast, and on the East Coast, which is in Vegas. It's a very, very awesome and amazing town, but there's also some disgusting things that are going on in there. Okay. That is on September 15th. Then on the 18th, which is a following Thursday. No, that would be a Monday again. So it'd be the Bills and the Dolphins again. That would be on at 6:15 on Thursday, September 18th, which is 3 days after, which is so you have the Monday games and then you have the Thursday games. Then you have the Bengals, Vikings, Texans, and Jaguars. Jaguars, that is in Jacksonville, which is down in Florida area, which is going to be a very, very hot weather. And then you have the Colts and Tennessee Titans, which is in Tennessee. That one's going to be an interesting one, depending on if it's going to be a blowout by the Tennessee Titans or if it's going to be a blowout with the Colts. Then you have the Redskins and Raiders on the 21st, which will be at 11 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock Eastern, which is like 15 minutes after is when they usually start because the carryout. On the 21st, you have exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So nine games at lunchtime. And then in the night games, you got the Eagles and Rams, which is going to be in Philadelphia. That's a rematch of what happened last year in December and January when it was snowing and playoff time. Then you have the Falcons, and then you have the Cat team again because I can never remember them. And then you have Pittsburgh against the Pats, which is Tom Brady's old team, which is somewhere on the East Coast. Then you have the Green Bay Packers against the Browns on the 21st of September. Then you have the Jets, and so it would be in Florida somewhere down by the bay by Key West area. Cannot remember the team at all. Then you have the Chargers, which is going to be in somewhere. I think it's going to be in Seattle. No. I think it would be that one's in California, and then you have the Los Angeles Rams. Then you have Seattle and Seahawks. That one's going to be interesting depending on by the 5th game what happens, which is I'm only in the third one. The third I must be very tired and upset. Whatever. Okay, then you have the Bears and the Boys again, which is another team. It's going to be in Chicago, and then you have the 49ers and the Cardinals again. That one is always an interesting one towards the end. Then you have the Chiefs and the New York Giants. That seems to be an interesting one. Chiefs may blow them out depending on what happens with the coaching staff. Then you have on the 22nd, so Sunday night game, and then you have a Monday night game against the Ravens, which is in somewhere in Baltimore. Then you have the Lions that are going to be playing. That one is going to be interesting. And then 3 days later, you got the Seattle Seahawks, Cardinals, Vikings, Pittsburgh Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers. Sorry, I must be very, very tired. The Chargers and Giants are going to be a good one. That is on the 28th. Um, Usually on the Thursday night games, they usually have on Max TV. Then you have the Tennessee again going against Houston again. That one's always interesting. Then you have the Bucks. That's the name of the team in K West area. The Bucks and the Eagles. That is a rematch of a few years ago when they were in the playoffs and then lost to the Lions. The Bucks on a reasonable pass and deep throw. This is in the fourth game. So then you have the Pats and the Cat team again. I would probably never remember the name of it. Then you have the Bills and CS New Orleans. Then you have the Browns and Lions. Then you have the Jags, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Then you have going to come to the coastline, which is going to be in San Francisco, which is another good area, which is dark, and I don't believe a lot of people should live there, but that's just my opinion, throwing it out there. We are almost done with the season, so we're just going to do this very quick because we are running out of time. We should have done this a while back, but we didn't. The Colts and Rams are going to be playing. The Browns are going to be playing. The Raiders are going to be playing in Vegas again. Very good team. You should check them out. Vegas is going to be a very exciting time. The Chiefs and the Baltimore is going to end up playing. Then you have Green Bay on the 28th. Those games are on the 28th at 6 p.m. That one's a night game. The Green Bay Packers and the Boys, which is going to be in Dallas. That's another good team, maybe of this year. Maybe they're going to be bringing back Dak, but who knows? The reasons why, let's see. Then you have the Jets and Dolphins. That's going to be in Florida, and that's going to be on a Monday. And then you have another Monday game because they have double in some of the seasons. Then you have the Bucks and Denver, which is going to be in Denver, Colorado, which is a very fun place. If you ever check it out, go for it. And in October, which is just 3 days after September 29th, there are other things. 49ers, Rams, Vikings, Browns. That one's on Sunday. The Vikings and Browns. Cowboys, Jets, New York Giants, New Orleans again. Then you have Colts, and then you also have the Raiders again. That one's going to be in Indiana, another good town. Then you have the Cat team somewhere. Can't remember the place at all. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Maybe you guys can key in all the names. Then you end up having the Philadelphia Eagles are playing against the Denver Broncos. That one's going to be on October 5th. Most likely it's going to be a blowout because of our team is going to end up having a lot more running backs that are coming into the slots. The Ravens and Houston again. Then you have the Tennessee Titans, the Bucks again, and then you have Seattle. This is in October 5th. So if you want to know more, I will try to end up posting as much as I possibly can. If I need to, I will take a picture of each one and then post it up here so people can come up there. Lions and the Bucks again. Then you have the Redskins, which is going to go against the California area. Bengals are going to be playing the Lions on October 5th at 2 p.m., 2:27, which they're going to be 2:40 by the time they play. And then you have the Pats and the Bills again. That one's on October 5th at 6:20, 6:25, whatever. And then on the 6th of October, which is starting to get cold, just about, Chiefs and Jaguars on October 9th, which is the 6:15 game. They're going to try to start early. Eagles and Giants, it's going to be in New York City. That one seems to be an interesting one, depending on, like I said, the coaches and staffing. Jets and Denver are going to be in New York City again. Seattle, Jags, 49ers. That Baltimore Rams, uh, let's see, Dolphins, which is a very, very good friend of ours in the city. And then closer to the end of the season, which is going to be amazing, they already have the whole schedule up. The Eagles will eventually come back. They'll end up playing on November 23rd, which is going to be right around Thanksgiving. There's exactly 4 games going on, and then you have 49ers going to play the Cat team again. Somebody could key me in on who that is. So basically, there's going to be a lot more games coming up. If we're going into so it's going to be the Chiefs and Cowboys again. Then it's going to be the Bears on the 28th of November, which is Thursday or Monday. Most likely it's a Monday. So basically, you've got the whole season there. We're going to be playing the Raiders in December 14th, which is just a little over under 9 days before Christmas. And then going to hurry up on this. Again, you can look it up for yourself if you don't believe me. A lot of people don't believe anything anymore because. Okay, so in December 28th, which is most likely going to be a playoff game, or it's actually the 17th week, the Eagles and Bills are going to be playing again. That one is going to be 99% in snow, and it's going to be amazing. And then the last game of the season, which is going to be the Eagles and at Philadelphia against the Redskins, which the Redskins can always pull it out because you never know what can happen. But I believe that the Eagles are going to go all the way, but it doesn't, at this rate, we are just barely in the preseason, so we don't know who's going to go where. On Christmas Day, it's going to be Vikings and Lions, which is going to be funny. And that is a 2:00. Vikings most likely they've played recently in the last 2 years. I think they played 2 years ago or last year sometime, and they either come out with the win or didn't come out. And then at the 11:00 morning, it's going to be the Cowboys and Redskins. That one's going to be interesting. It is in Washington, D.C., which is another awesome town. You got the Chiefs and Denver, which is going to be the night game on Christmas Day. And then 2 days after Christmas, it's going to be the 17th week. And who do you believe is going to end up going to the Super Bowl? Who's going to be the top 2 teams? Who do you think is going to the playoffs in the next 18 weeks? And even then, it's actually 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 weeks exactly of football, depending on if your team makes it into the playoffs. You have, who do you think is going to be making it to the Final Four? Who's going to be making it into the top 8? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So who's going to make it into the top 12? Who's going to make it into the top 4? Who's going to make it into the top? Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who's going to make it into the 12, the 8, and then the 14? And then who do you believe is going to end up making it? Do you think Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas Chiefs can end up making it to another Super Bowl, or are they going to end up losing track over the season that is going to be a lot harder? Because we ended up winning the Super Bowl, the Eagles back in February, we have one of the hardest seasons. That just means we just got to work a little bit harder. And the Lions practice game, the first week, the Lions ended up losing to the Chargers 34-7, but it was just basically a practice game. The Eagles ended up winning against the Bengals on the second week, which that was on just a few days ago, 3 days ago, last Thursday. Because we're already almost in. Then you have the Cowboys ended up losing by 10 points. Like I said, these are practices games. Who do you think is going to end up coming out with the full W? We get to play the Friday 22nd, the Eagles and Jets. We've already played them. We've actually lost to them a year ago, 2 years ago, when my buddy was around. All right, so that is going to wrap up our show for the day. We understand that there's going to be a lot of changes. We will get back into it. Like I said, I a week of some of these videos, but like I said, look them up on the ESPN app. You can look up who's going to be on whose team, who's going to be amazing, who's going to end up coming out. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes will end up officially winning, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And I've answered a lot of questions through the last 4 months, and it's been good to end up talking to you guys and staying connected. Stay in there, hang up, do what you got to do. Check out church. Check out the new the Megan Show Part 2, which is upgraded to 2 gram. If you go check it out, you can buy it at your closest store. You can check out Lilo and Stitch. I'm not really interested in watching it unless I was with a woman. And even then, it would probably be more of a comfort show for the woman. And at this rate, we will check out. And God bless everybody. We will make sure to pray for everybody. Keep up the good work. And you have a blessed, great, wonderful weekend. And the season is going to officially start with September 4th, which is just a little over 3 weeks. Amazing things are coming. That is the Eagles in Philadelphia against the Cowboys are going to be a millionaire at 6:20, which is Eastern time. So it's going to be 8:20, 8:30 probably when it starts, 8:35, just to be 100% real. So it's been real with you guys, keeping it real. Motivate yourself. Do what you got to do. Get out, do some activities, write some new songs that are going to be posting up over time, but we will stay in touch. We hope that you guys understand. We have told you the whole 22 weeks until February, until the day after or the day before the Super Bowl, which is going to be the top 2 teams that end up making it through. Have a great day. We are praying for you guys. I just wanted to shout out, pray for me if you guys understand what's going on. Pray that I'm going to be able to make it out alive from this tunnel thing that is going on in my life. I don't have anything wrong with me. I've obviously pointed out every single detail out through the last 3 days. So thank you guys for actually the last 5 days. Staying tuned, and we will end up producing some more rock and roll music and stuff. We do have other tracks coming, so stay tuned for those because we are going to do this and there is no questions asked. I don't know what is going to be done, the merch, but we will start seeing what we can do as fast as possible. It might take a year before we even get it all done. But stay tuned for that. We will keep you guys updated as soon as we end up starting to, as soon as it's done. So have a good day wherever you guys are at when you guys watch this. There are all sorts of things that I want you guys to know. Praying for you guys. Pray for me. Like I said, pray for me to have safe travels when I go outside. knowing that sometimes I end up becoming someone else. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that bad side of me. I also have no intentions to doing anything wrong here. Um, it has been very real. You guys have been a good audience, and I love everyone on here, and I appreciate that you guys hit that like and subscribe. I appreciate everything. Like I said, I've asked so many questions out through the last 4 months, and actually the last 4 years, 3 years, since I started this channel, and I'm being blessed by God. I'm being blessed just like you guys are. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful time. This is our last video, episode 7 of what is going on in the mind. Football season is back. Good luck and pick your team because there's exactly 32 teams out there. You snack that in half, there's exactly 16 teams. Cut down the center of the United States for the East and the coast. Have a good night, have a good morning, and we will talk to you guys very soon. My team, and this is just for me. I mean, there's a lot of people that are going to go after them and be like, but we're going to be the best team, and we're going to make it, and the Eagles fans, we're going to end up needing the prayers for the rest of the season because we got 22 weeks. And if you even want to end up adding the playoffs, the practices games, you actually have a total of 27 weeks, 28 weeks, because there's exactly 22 weeks. Then you add 4, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 26 weeks of football. And just around the corner is basketball, which we got a little over 2 months on that before officially drafting is starting now. So talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys for being so helpful here. We are very blessed to be here, and we will make more of these. And thank you for being so nice and wonderful here. I appreciate it, and I will bring some more dropping videos out there. So stay tuned, and good night. I keep saying it, but I'm going now. What is going on in the mind? This one is episode 7. We will talk to you guys very, very soon. And we will drop some answers below the screen. So let's see what happens after I say goodbye. Goodbye for now, but stay tuned for more videos much later on this afternoon at some point when I officially wake up. All right. Bye for now. And hit that like, subscribe, and share. I will be posting as much as I possibly can. Thank you for being awesome. Good night, everyone.